Hey there, Jason Smith here with the Established Trader Academy, and I just want to go over just a few questions that really every trader should be asking in order to place good trades. And so that's what we're going to talk about this time, and I'm really excited. First of all, before I get into that, it's really important to begin to look at what types of questions actually cause you to be profitable and which kind of types of questions cause you to get distracted. You know, like when you're really looking at what is really important to be a good trader. And there are a lot of things that we think that are important that are really not actually important. I want to help you begin to separate those. First of all, one of those things that are not important is your computer setup. You don't have to have a big, awesome, crazy, expensive computer to have a really good trading system and to be profitable. Years ago, I started trading for a firm in London. I was living in California at the time, and I made a connection with London firm, and I started trading for them, and they were really excited to bring me on board. And I went out and I bought this really awesome new computer, and I was like, man, I'm going to be trading for a firm in London. Wow, how cool, how awesome is that? I got to get a better trading computer. And it didn't make a difference at all. It literally did not improve my trades. It did not improve my strategy. It did not improve my execution. It didn't improve anything. I could have stayed with the rinky-dink computer that I had before, as long as I had a good quality internet connection and enough in the computer to make sure that the software, my trading software, could run. That's all that was necessary. So, you know, we think that these things are important. Also, the way we dress. We think like the way we dress is actually going to make a change in how we trade. It doesn't. It doesn't make any difference at all. I'm not wearing a collar right now, although I like wearing collars, but I'm not wearing a collar right now. I don't have my hair done in any kind of a fancy way. The way that we dress actually makes literally zero difference in the way that we trade. It's a common belief that if we dress fancy, if we dress like a business person, we'll act like a business person. I can tell you, I have made terrible trades dressed like a business person, and I've made terrible trades dressing like a casual person. I've made great trades looking like a business person, and I've made great trades looking like a casual person. The way that we dress makes zero difference whatsoever. So I'm going to talk just now about 3 questions that you should be asking yourself that will actually make a difference in your ability to trade. Okay? So the first one that I'm going to look at here is this strategy evergreen? First of all, what does the word evergreen mean? If you're in any kind of internet marketing, you might understand the word evergreen, but outside of that, you will not understand it in the way that it is meant here. The way that it's meant here, well, let's first of all look at what evergreen is. Evergreen, we know evergreen trees. We go and we go through the forest, and regardless what time of the year it is, whether it's spring, summer, winter, or fall, or autumn, we see that the trees are green. They are evergreen. They are green forever, seemingly. Okay? And so they're always ripe. They're always good. They're always fresh. They always smell nice. They are forever in this state of being valid for the people who want to go see live trees. Okay, that's where the word evergreen comes from. And so that's brought over even into the internet marketing area, which I'm not going to go into that right now, but it also bleeds over into your trading strategy. Do you have a trading strategy that finds a cool little niche in the market that is working right now but may not be working forever? Like, I remember people who used to make a lot of money off of the carry trade because of the way that interest was paid into people's accounts when they owned certain currencies. Well, come the 2008, 2009 market, we had massive market changes during that time, and so the way interest was paid, it stopped, it didn't happen anymore, and so that strategy could no longer work. So do you have a strategy that pulls just a kind of a cool little idiosyncrasy out of the market? Or do you have a strategy that is actually based on good quality trading principles that will actually last for a long period of time? Like if you trade stocks, are you actually looking for how you get real value out of a stock? Because that is going to be something that will last over generations. And even if you have a bad year or a bad couple of years, you know that over time, if you're looking for something that is valued at a certain price and it's below value, you can buy it, and it will eventually, it should theoretically increase to that value. Another one is if you are a technical trader, support and resistance, it will just be around forever. My most profitable trading strategy is based on nothing more than basic support and resistance. That's it. And I love it. And it will always work that way because it's an evergreen strategy. Okay? So the next question is, will others be placing the trade? You don't want to be the only person who sees what it is you see. You want to find something that that other people will be seeing, and they'll place that trade too. Because what is it that causes the price to move? The only thing that causes price to move is volume. When volume is moving in a certain direction, because other people are placing that trade too. You don't want to be the person who's right in the way the market should go, but you're wrong in making money, okay? Being right, being knowledgeable, being smart, all of that stuff, it doesn't matter in the trading game, which leads me to the very next question, and the last question for today is this trade obvious, or do I need to be smart? Of course we want to be smart. Of course, that's like you can't, like you have to have a certain amount of know-how in order to be able to trade the market. But the reality is, if your particular strategy requires a high level of smartness, then it's quite possible you will be the only person placing that trade. And if you're the only person placing that trade, you're not going to get the movement that you're after. So you want to be looking for, you want to see, does your strategy take advantage of something that's very obvious, or does it require lots of very, very unique indicators that nobody else is looking at? Okay, you want something that everyone else sees also. And when you find something that everyone else sees also, and they will be placing that same trade like in the last question, then the market will go in your direction. Forget the need to be smart in this. Forget the need to look smart. That's something that I had to learn. That's something I genuinely learned in my life. Years ago when I started trading, I had a mentor that told me, Jason, you're in the top 5% of technical analysts I know. And yet I couldn't make any money. And yet he knew lots of people who were very good quality technical analysts who were making money. Because I somehow thought that being smart was important, and it's not. What's important is finding a trade that's obvious, that a lot of people are going to get into also. And then just go along with everyone, okay? I got rid of needing to be smart, and I just started looking at how I'm going to make money. And that makes a massive, massive difference, okay? So those are the 3 questions that every trader really should be asking. Is your trading strategy evergreen? Is this a trade that other people will be placing? And is this a trade that's obvious, or do you need to be smart in order to be able to find it, okay? So take a look at that, and I would want to encourage you, just click right down below, click on the subscribe button. I'm going to be sending more and more of these videos out, lots and lots of free training. I want to make sure that you get stuff for free, because there's a lot of people out there who genuinely want your money, and they have genuinely good products, but they also want your money. And yes, I want to sell something too, but ultimately I want to give you information that's going to make a real difference in your trading so you can get where you want to go. So just click the subscribe button down below, and we will go from there. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.